Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show some more plunder that I've acquired here recently. Got a couple nice stacks of things to show. Got some stuff that I bought directly from the bands. Got some stuff from Half Price Books because I was able to go up there again. And just some stuff I either picked up or ordered that finally came in. But quickly though, listening to the in the background is Macridia, Terminal, Entity, put out on Vargeist Records. Definitely check this one out. Alright, I'm going to start off with a tape. This is one of the releases that when I heard it was announced, I was very, very anxious to check this out because I've loved both of their previous demo tapes. But this is the first full length from Diabolic Oath, Profane Death Nexus. And yeah, some absolutely killer black and death metal. This is released through Centennial Ruin, and comes on a nice gold tape. Definitely worth checking out, and it also came with this cool little slip cover. So yeah, Diabolic Oath, definitely go check them out. And moving on to the used stuff. This first one actually came from eBay. Everything else came from Half Price Books. I was finally able to pick up a copy of the debut solo release from Serge Tankian, Elect the Dead, of course, vocalist of System of a Down. And recently somebody mentioned his solo work, and I started listening to a little bit off of this album. I was like, man, I need to pick up that album and try to get some of his solo stuff finally. Moving on to the Half Price Book stuff. This is Baptism with Wisdom and Hate. Very cool artwork there. And we have non-nuclear metatheosis. Total blind buy here. I was reading up on it. Seemed interesting. Limited to 1,000 copies, but of course, you know, Half Price Books and their Infinite Wisdom stuck one of their sticky-ass stickers right there on the actual digipack, so I might have to get some stuff to take that off of there. We have Thin Lizzy, Renegade, slowly but surely building my Thin Lizzy collection. Then we got Cactus with Restrictions, which when I first saw this, I knew the name sounded familiar to me, and it's because this has Carmine Appice, which his brother Vinny was in Dio and Black Sabbath, and I just remember reading about this a while back, and so I had to pick this one up. Really good 70s hard rock / metal. This one, I actually already owned this, and you know, even though I own stuff, you know, I find in these used bins, a lot of times I pick them up anyway just to look at them, because you never know, it might be signed, or it might be a different version than what I have, or maybe it's the version I was looking for, or, you know, any number of things. And this one, I just picked it up, just kind of flipped it over, and I started to put it back, and something caught my eye. I'm like, whoa, hold on. And I thought, you know what, fuck it, for $7, I'm picking this up. This is the latest one from Fallujah, Undying Light, and you can kind of see the reason that I picked this up for $7, even though I already had it. Signed by, I'm guessing, the new vocalist Antonio Palermo, which I know a lot of people don't like this album or his vocals, but you know what? It's okay to me, and to have it signed, hey, I'll take it. Next up, totally going to butcher this name, and again, this is another blind buy for me. Surdsey Timelessness. Really like the artwork, and from everything I was reading about, it's supposed to be some like kind of tech death, or you know, something along those lines. So I thought, what the hell? It was cheap. And then lastly, we have Protector, A Shedding of Skin. I've seen this artwork tons and tons of times before. Never got around to buying it, so I found it in there. I was like, you know what, I'm getting it. Alright, moving along. Bought this one directly off of the band. I actually showed it in my last video briefly. This is Cruel Bomb with Trinity Terror. Really good Pennsylvania thrash metal. And the guys were cool enough to send a couple of stickers as well as a patch. So very, very cool. Next up, and again, I'm totally going to butcher this name, Carnuggia with Forlorn and Forsaken on CD. And as you can see, the band was awesome enough to sign this for me. And again, they also threw in some free stickers. And I also picked up a logo shirt on the back. So very, very happy to have this. This was like the only one that was in my size that they had left. Next up, got the new Catatonia City Burials Deluxe Digibook Edition with the bonus track. This was actually a pre-order from Newberry Comics, so of course came with a signed booklet. This is the second Catatonia autograph I have. Next up, some people are gonna, complain about this album and everything, and they don't want to support it, but this is the new one from the Ghost Inside. The bassist recently got released for some racial remarks that he had made in the past, and that definitely has no place anywhere. But I did not see punishing the band just because of his actions, much like with Lorna Shore and their whole debacle. Again, another Newberry Comics pre-order that I finally got. This is the new Lamb of God, self-titled, as you see, signed by the entire band. Listened to it through a couple times, sounds pretty solid. And of course, had to pick up another copy so I can not have to worry about taking this, the signed copy somewhere. Then we got In This Moment's latest one, Mother. As you can see, I still haven't even opened this one yet. Next up, Metanoia, Time to Die. Some really cool Christian-themed death metal. Yes, I know that seems like an oxymoron, but yeah, very solid stuff. I've heard that there's going to be a reissue of this because the production wasn't as good as the band wanted or whatever, so I'm really looking forward to hearing the reissue when that happens. And this last stack of stuff all come from Justin Stubbs. I think only this first tape that I'm going to show actually came from Magastop, but it is his band. And that is Infestament with Human Altar. This is the second demo or EP, whatever you want to call this, from this project. Really looking forward to listening to this a little bit more. Nice clear tape. I've actually listened to it a couple times, but definitely going to be spinning it a lot more. And of course, I showed the first Occult album in my last video, and ordered this one directly from Justin. Here's the latest one, Ceremonial Lifelessness, and again, solid death metal. Comes on a nice silver tape. Yeah, I've listened to this one a couple times as well, and yeah, oh, so good. And the last tape, which actually melds into the first CD I got, is Stench of Evil, Triumph of Perversion. Just look at that artwork. That's so awesome. And again, I listened to this one yesterday a couple times. Awesome stuff. Comes on a nice gold tape. Yeah. And of course, couldn't pick up the tape version without picking up the CD as well. I like the back artwork of this CD. Yeah, Justin makes some killer music, man. I mean, of course, he's in Father Befouled, in Coffin Nation, so the guy puts out some killer tunes, and all these other projects that I'm discovering of his have just been absolutely amazing. Lastly, here we got this one and one other one. This the last one is not related to him. I just bought it from him, but this is a split that he just recently put out between his band Sacular and Sarcosium, entitled Carnal Ooze and Excrescence Odium. Yeah, both one-man project here. Justin taking care of everything, and Sacular and Wayne Serentopoulos, I believe is how you pronounce his name, does everything in Sarcosium. So they got together, decided to release this as one. And the very last thing I picked up from Justin is Deicide, live in London, December 17th, 1992. Awesome sounding bootleg. Of course, Deicide in their prime. So, yeah, that was a lot of stuff. Sorry I had to rush through it, but yeah, I wanted to get this video done, and plenty of time. So, yep, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.